What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here, and welcome to the revamped free wholesaling course. And so today is going to serve as the brand new chapter of where I'm going in the future and how everything is happening. So if you've been living under a rock, the brand new announcement is officially here. I am not quitting wholesaling. I am not selling a wholesaling course anymore. What I've decided to do was I was going to make the content better. I went harder on the paint to give free wholesaling real estate information. And really in secret, what I have been doing was for the past year, and really 6 months mostly, but really the past year, I've been writing, me and Rick, and curating a free wholesaling course, a brand new one. And we wrote it, we rewrote it, we recorded it, and then we recorded it again because we wanted to even be better. So everything we recorded, we actually recorded twice, by the way. We recorded, edited, said, you know what, how we make this better, made it even better. And we turned around 200 hours of course content into 20 plus hours, about roughly 20-ish hours, a little over 20 hours. And so we turned 200 hours into 20 hours, and we've legitimately created the greatest wholesaling course of all time. And the reviews have been amazing, and I absolutely love it. And what I want to do today is really show you how to access this course correctly. There's actually 5 bonus courses I'm going to show you how you can access. No one really knows about this. I actually just announced this today. So I wanted to leave this for the stream, and how to access the community sections of there, right? And so the community has been absolutely on fire lately, and that's been really, really awesome. And so this is what we're talking about today, exactly how to access the free wholesaling content the right way, how to get the most out of it, and how you can learn how to get your first wholesaling real estate deal and then your millionth dollar wholesaling real estate. So everybody thought I left. Everyone thought I was going to be selling a coaching course, and I got the most hate I ever have in a weekend. It was insane. And then everyone that gave me hate apologized. Some of you didn't. I remember, and it was absolutely insane. Like, it was hilarious, the amount of hate I was getting. I was like, what is that? I just deleted the course, and I'm going to revamp a new one. But half of you thought I was leaving the game forever, and maybe I tricked you a little. I don't know. We had to get the hype going on it, but we are here now. We are ready to go, and it is finally here. So what did I do officially? Again, guys, I revamped my entire course, and to make it as good as possible, right? It is the most organized. It is just absolutely the greatest content ever. So let me show you, how do you access it? Well, how do you access it? Of course, you just got to go to freewholesaling.com. That is my Skool community, Skool group, and that's how you access the course. Now, the course is actually in 2 places, just in case one place, because you never know, right? So we actually have the course in 2 places. I'm not trying to confuse anyone. So what you can do is you just go to freewholesaling.com and you can access the course. And so that's how you do it. Now, we did it. I think everyone's kind of been waiting for this drop for a very, very, very long time. And it is now here. And so let's kind of break down exactly what it is. Well, okay, the Ultimate Wholesaling course is here. And I have been kind of talking about this now. The community aspect has been revamped the right way. And now we are officially the wholesaling community. I announced this yesterday, and I am going to reiterate this. I don't care how much people hate me for saying this, because honestly, like, I've been thinking about it pretty hard, and this is just the honest truth. Me and Rick have come to this conclusion that there is no more this wholesaling community. There's now only one wholesaling community, and that's us, because there's not one wholesaling community that's this large. Like, you think of any other wholesaling community, like, they don't even have a tenth of our audience, right? We are almost 20 times bigger than the second biggest wholesaling community out there. You got to really think about that. And probably by the end of this year, we're going to be 50 to 60 times bigger than anyone's wholesaling community. So it's not even if you mixed everyone's wholesaling communities all into one, okay, they won't even be 5 times bigger than us. So we are the wholesaling community now. There's nothing else. So when you talk about the wholesaling community, it's what we got. ZachDiscord.com and freewholesaling.com. There's no more competition. We've won. So it's all at freewholesaling.com. Love or hate me. The only people that hate me sell a course. So That's all I can tell you. So let's talk about it. Let's do a walkthrough on how to access this course, what you get out of it, and everything like that. Because we have a lot of signups and a lot of brand new people in the communities and course today. So we're just going to kind of break through that, and I'm going to show you how to access the 5 bonus courses. And so there's 5 I think there's 5 or 8, maybe even 10. I don't know how many, but we have a lot of bonus courses that we kind of hid, and I'll show you why. And you can access them for free. I'll show you. So first and foremost, let's go to freewholesaling.com and show you what you get when you join freewholesaling.com. So when you go into freewholesaling.com, you are going to be access is going to be granted right here. So you're going to be thrown into here. So this is our freewholesaling.com community. And so this is it. So what is it called? It is called Wholesaling Real Estate because we are wholesaling real estate. We are the wholesaling community. There's nothing else. Like, we're it. So let's kind of break down exactly how this whole thing works, because we have a lot of brand new people here and a lot of questions. So let's break this down as a beginner, how this stuff works. All right. So first and foremost, this is the community, obviously, right? We are the wholesaling community. And so make sure you check out our YouTube channel, X Leads the Best Software, and then the community's Discord is right there. I actually have to change that link. But yes, this is how it all works. All right. So again, this is kind of where you look at all your notifications, and this is where you get all your chats and DMs and stuff like that, right? So this is how it works. We have 2 pinned comments right now. The second pinned one is how to access the 5 bonus courses, which we'll show you. The first one's just talking about our quick announcement yesterday. But currently, as of this recording, we have 33,600 people in the community. We launched this community, I think 9 months ago. So it's a baby, just became born. And we're trying to just keep growing the sucker as large as it can. So pretty exciting. It was hard to transfer the 200,000 people we had in the other courses into this one, but slowly pushing it back in there. So that's how you do it. Obviously, you go through here. This is the community section. So it's kind of like a Facebook group. That's kind of the best way I can describe it, where you can go in here, you can go chat, you can go talk to people. And, we got like Daryl. He says, I'm ready for greatness. I'm so excited. And he just talks about it. We got some people talking about deals they're doing, mobile home park leads, and everyone's just talking about it. Jen, she's posting a $57,000 deal. Shout out to Jen. We've done a bunch of JVs together. Shout out to Jen on there. But people kind of talk about their stuff, right? Pretty cool. It's split up into all these different categories, which is nice. Now, that's how you access the community part. Now, a lot of people get a little upset about how this is split up, but we have a couple rules in this community. Now, if you want to go out here and just create a post, you have to be level 3. So you might be like, Zach, what in the world are you talking about? Well, the thing about it is we have levels to the community. So it's kind of like a game. That's the best way I can describe this. But this is how it works. All right. This is how points work. You have to give your points. So we have 9 levels in the community. Okay. We have level 1. I call you a closer recruit. Level 2, you're junior Rick. Level 3, you're called an assignment ninja. This is kind of where you want to be at. Your goal is to be at level 3. So then you're level 4, you're a wholesaling Jedi, wholesaling junkie, JV, wizard, closer, OG supporter. Currently, I'm trying to get to that level. I'm still the number 1 ranked one on here, obviously, but it takes a while to get it there. And so that's going to be like OG stuff. But you have to get points. Now, you might be like, Zach, how do you get points? Well, this is how it works. All right. This is what Skool basically says. All right. You earn points when other members like your posts or comments. 1 like equals 1 point. This encourages users to produce quality content and interact with other members in the community. As you gain points, you level up. Your level is shown at the bottom right of your avatar. The number of points required to get to the next level is shown. So that basically means if you want to go from level 1 to level 2, you have to get 5 points, which means 5 people have to like a comment that you drop. And that's how it works. So you just can't comment to get a point. You have to comment and somebody has to like that comment. So you have to leave a comment that someone actually likes. Now to get to level 3, you have to have 20 points. So that's 20 likes. So that's 1 good comment or 3 good comments, whatever it is, 20 points. Now, you might be like, Zach, why do I want to be at 20 points? Well, once you actually start participating in the community, you actually get rewards. So the first reward is you get a chat with other members, which basically means you get to DM people. Once you hit level 3, you can start DMing people, which is really, I mean, that's what networking is all about. But I don't want anyone to DM people that isn't active in the community. Now, level 3 is also you can start posting. You can post deals, you can post questions once you get to level basically 3. So 5% of all members are at this level, which I think is pretty cool. So 5% of everyone is at this level. So again, 85% of people are level 1 because most people just like to go through the videos and they don't want to comment or participate. That's fine. We're just not going to let you participate unless you actually start, talking and committing and dealing with that, right? So that's very, very important there. And then you can level up. You get other stuff too, which is cool. We have little leaderboards and it's pretty awesome. So that's how it works on that end. Now, as you see, a lot of people have a lot of questions of, Zach, you go live a lot, but like, I don't know what times, and we have different time zones and like, well, what's the Pacific time? What's, I'm in Afghanistan. What time is your live streams from that? It's very confusing. And so what we do is we have a calendar. Now, as you know, it says right here, where the community's live. So if you click that, there is a Flip with Rick live stream. Now you choose what time zone you want, but obviously I'm on New York time right now. So that is the time because I'm in Florida. So live 1 to 2:30 usually, right? You click that, you can actually add it to your calendar. So you never miss a live stream, which is really cool. But if you go to community, you go to calendar right here. This is the entire calendar. You might be like, whoa, Zach, bro, are you serious right now? Yeah, I'm pretty serious. So our calendar is completely booked, as all we do is try to help you out. Now, a lot of people say, Zach, how do you have time for anything? I mean, it's only like an hour a day. I mean, you spend more time on TikTok than I do on this. I mean, no joke. Most people spend more time on TikTok than I do doing a live stream like this. Kind of hilarious to me. But basically what you got to do is on Mondays, Rick Ginn has, just a recap for everyone, right? On Mondays, Rick Ginn does his 5 o'clock live streams. Pretty cool. On Tuesdays at 1 o'clock New York time, Eastern time, right? I do a live stream on all the channels from 1 to 2:30. On Wednesdays, we have the X Leads Mastermind call. So you got to be on the X plan on X Leads. So you just have to have the highest plan of X Leads, which is the best wholesaling real estate software out here. And you get access to the mastermind. Thursdays, we do the same live stream times. Fridays, we have an 8 o'clock Discord live stream from 8 to 9 p.m. You got to be in the Discord for that. Saturday, we do our X Leads support call on the X Leads YouTube channel. And then Sundays, I do my 8 o'clock stream on my personal channel. So those are all the streams where you can ask questions, participate in the comments, stuff like that. So that's the calendar. Now, one of my favorite parts on this is once you get to basically level 3, you have the map feature. This is one of my favorite things on here because when you have the largest wholesaling community, there's a lot of powerful stuff with it. So if I go to map right here, you're going to see that we have users from all over the world in freewholesaling.com, which is insanity to me. Like insanity that you guys trust me and are part of the community. So obviously, most people are in the United States, and this is where you guys are going to be doing really well. So let me show you an example, okay? So first and foremost, let's say you're living in, let's say you're in Dominican Republic, right? And you're in Santo Domingo, right? We got some wholesalers here in Santo Domingo. Shout out to Gene, okay? Gene is in Santo Domingo. If Gene is virtually wholesaling, let's say in Tulsa, Oklahoma, we can scroll out here to Tulsa, Oklahoma. There we go, right here. So where in the world's Tulsa? Tulsa's going to be north, isn't it? Yeah, right here. So if Gene is virtually wholesaling in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and he needs a boots on the ground, or he wants to network with other local wholesalers in Tulsa because he's in Haiti, guess what? All you have to do is, okay, these are all the wholesalers in Tulsa. Of course, we have a ton in Tulsa. So I might want to click this person, and there's Miriam. I can press chat and DM Miriam. Obviously, I need to be level 3. I think you only get 5 DMs a day, but that's like 1,500 DMs for the year, or like I think 100 a month. That's plenty of DMs. Okay, you get through all of Tulsa. Then I'm going to hit up Larry, say, what's up, Larry? David, how's it going, David? Then you can say hi to Gerald, right? And then DM Gerald, and you got plenty of people there, right? And so you can DM and just meet up with local wholesalers if you're virtually and find good boots on the grounds. I mean, there's not one market where we don't have a bunch of community members. I mean, it's absolutely insane. The whole map's cleared out, which is really cool. And then on top of that, we pretty much have every single country out here. We don't have Cuba, which kind of sucks, but whatever. I mean, all of South America, we have everyone in every country in South America. We have most of Africa. So unfortunately, we don't have anyone in Libya, Chad, Niger. I don't have anyone in Mali or Mauritania, but we got Ivory Coast. We got Ghana. No one in Liberia? Are you serious? Oh, bro. No one in Guinea. We got people in Senegal. We got South Sudan and Sudan. We have Ethiopia. No one in Somalia. Man. Oh, dude, I want someone in Djibouti. I'll be straight up. No one in Yemen. But basically, we have Tanzania, Angola, Zambia, Zimbabwe. No one in Mozambique. Dang, dude. We literally got Madagascar. But we need to get some more people on here, right? We got a lot in South Africa. We got a ton in Nigeria. But man, we need more people in Africa. But yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, let's see here. Yeah, we're doing deals in Djibouti. All right. All right. And we got, I think, every country in Europe. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, we're crushing it out here. We got wholesalers in Ukraine, which I'm not getting into the politics of that. We got a ton in the Middle East. We got Syria. We don't have we have Jordan, obviously. We have Egypt. We have pretty much every country in the Middle East, which is really cool. We have no one in Turkmenistan, though, which sucks. But hey, whatever. Kazakhstan, we got China, we got India, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, a lot in Thailand. So pretty cool. I mean, we're international, as you know. I mean, we got Malaysia, Papua New Guinea. So pretty cool. So we got pretty much everywhere. So in the world, we got Greenland. We have no one in Iceland, bro. Dude. Oh man. So another reason why I think it's really cool is, let's say you live in, what's a cool place I really liked is I really like Bristol. So I went to Bath and Bristol when I was in England last year. That was pretty cool. And it was crazy looking at the map. Like, we have wholesalers nearby where I'm at. And so if I'm in Bristol, I might want to hit up Caleb right here and say, what's going on, right? And just see what's up with the other wholesalers in the area. We've got plenty of people in Wales. So it's cool to see other people around the entire country, right? And so you get to hang out with people all over the world, and I think that's pretty dang gangster. And so I really like that a lot. And so that's the cool part on that end. Now, how do you actually start learning the information? Pretty cool. Go to Classroom. This is exactly how you start accessing the information. Now, I am not going to show the info in here. I might show one. Okay, I'm going to show one, but I'm not going to show anything else. I promise you, I'm not showing any of the info in this course on YouTube at all. I'm making that like a stern thing. I'm not going to show a thing in there. Okay. I'll show the welcome. That's the only one I'm going to show. So the rest, exclusive videos, you're not going to see anywhere. But okay, fine. I might show that one. Really nice. Okay. So again, I'm going to pause it. I'm not going to reveal anything, but the course is all brand new material. Really, really awesome. But again, we have a welcome video and a what is wholesaling video. The reason I'm going to show this one is the entire slides. So there's, I think, over 600 slides in the entire course. You can download all the slides in there, and it's really, really cool. Guys, I mean, I did 600 slides in the entire course. It was intense. It took 6 months of recording and over a year of writing it out. Like, it was, and I had to rewrite everything because all the information keeps changing. And so we're probably going to redo this course again in 6 months again, because the information has to change again. So I probably have to start writing it now. We've revamped everything. It's absolutely insanity. So that's all I'm going to reveal on that. I'm not going to show anything else. And that's how you access the course information. All free, all available to everyone. Really dang good. Now, there is something on here that I do need to reveal. There are a bunch of courses that I have locked. Now you might be like, Zach, what are you trying to sell it? No, it's completely for free. But you need to help me out if you want those courses, because I'll be honest with you, these courses I don't think made it onto the courses that we made, because the courses that I give out for free are so valuable. And I only wanted to make it 20 hours max. I did not want to add anything. I didn't want to add anything extra. I didn't want to, but I locked them up. And if you want them, you can get them, but only if you're basically a loyal community member. So you might be like, Zach, what do you mean? Let me show you. So the courses that I have locked right now is, obviously you need to go through all this stuff, show you the basics, right? Now, X-Leads courses on there too. Now, I have the Flipbook Plus, which is kind of an old education thing we did, the employee training library. So basically, that basically means where I had all my recordings I do to my employees. It's in there. I have it locked. I think it'll confuse people. Our live event recordings we have in there. We do not want to give that out unless, I just think it would be confusing to give that out to people. Rick's probate course, PPS 3.0, which is insane value about probates. Really, really, really valuable. I kind of wanted to kind of lock it up a little, keep it a little secret. If you want to go help, if you want to provide some value, I'll let slide through. I'll give it to you. And I'm giving this all for free. What else do we have? You can access my Digital Bandit Sign Academy. I just don't think the Digital Bandit Sign Academy is, I don't want to, here's the reason, okay? All right. I didn't want to mix these courses are insane value, but they are not to the quality of standard that is inside this. The quality of standard in freewholesaling.com of the content that you log in and get it is the highest quality you can possibly get. I did not want to dilute that and bring in lower quality courses. So this is like my S tier, my A+ course content is all the stuff we give out. The probate course, Digital Bandit Signs, I think they're about B. They're B tier. And then the old quality is about C tier. So it's the highest quality. Last week, it would have been the highest quality. But what we have is like, right, you can't beat that. There's not one thing closer. Digital Bandit Sign account, I think it could be better, but I didn't want to mix it with the A+ quality, right? We cut everything out, only the stuff you need to know. But if you do want to access it, right, which I think if you're a little more advanced, it'd probably be pretty valuable. We currently locked. I'll show you how to get it, right? My recorded appointment series, pretty dang good. I'm going to click that one. For example, here is a subject to call.
Your son's name, your granddaughter's name, or anybody, but just to know, really kept that house up.
And she said, I understand. She got a little bit, she said, I thought I'd have a little more.
So this is something I've never released on YouTube, but this is basically Rick closing a subject to deal, which is kind of insane. It was actually, this seller was 3 calls. It was a 3 call. Rick had another seller call with a bankruptcy. This was another 100K deal we did. We had to talk to the seller, right? Here's me closing a seller virtually over the phone. Here was a 2-hour recorded appointment. And this is OG Zach stuff. Like, this is like, I think this is like when I was like 19 years old. I recorded this and I didn't have it anywhere. This was like, I think I was 19 years old at the time, maybe 20. This was before I had a YouTube channel, by the way. I recorded it, so I gave it to my acquisitions managers. And it's never been on YouTube ever. You'll never see it, right? This one's probably the most valuable one. I still didn't want to give it in the course because it's more recordings. It's not like straight course information. These are hours and hours and hours. I did not want to add an extra 5 hours to the course. That's an extra 25%. So we kind of just locked it up and kind of put in the closet. But you can access. We have this in what we call. It's on YouTube. It's hosted on YouTube, by the way, right? It's called the Recorded Appointment Series. Rick's Creative Finance Gold. So this is Rick's Creative Finance course is in there. It's pretty cool. This is public. You have the scripts and the worksheets. Oh, by the way, in the scripts and worksheets are contracts here, our JV agreements, our objection script, our working with realtor scripts. This is all free. This isn't locked up, by the way. Virtual deals, appointment walkthrough, direct mail secrets, a property inspection worksheet, negotiating scripts, probate cold calling, cash buyer scripts, a marketing worksheet, our closing addendum and a game plan. That's all in there. It's not locked up. Our JV course, and then the email offer generator. I actually have an email offer generator in there, by the way. Let's see here. Hold on. Oops, where is it? Yeah, the email offer generator is right there. So let's see this. Yeah, the email offer generator is actually inside the course that I made, but this is kind of the old email offer generator. This is all locked up. Now I might be like, Zach, how do I gain the unlocked courses? Well, we actually pinned it right here. So how do you do it? Well, all you have to do is basically you gain all this cool stuff. You just got to leave us a review on the Discord. So the Discord's free, but I need you, because it's free and you want to gain the courses, you have to do something for me. Just a little barrier to entry to get this. Guys, I don't want to give out those recorded calls of Rick with the subject to sellers to just anybody. So I need you to leave a review on our Discord. I want to by this month, I know this for a fact, but I want us to be the #1 most reviewed platform on Whop, which is going to we will easily get that right. The reason why we're on Whop, and I'll tell you why. So let me just hold on. I know I'm confusing everyone. If you want to gain all these courses, you have to go to zachdiscord.com, join the Whop, and then you get the Discord access. So you're going to have to go through the Whop no matter what. Just leave us a review and then direct message me in Skool the word Whop with a screenshot of the review. And then we'll give it to you. Now, some people in here can't DM me because they're not on level 3 yet. So if you can't DM me, comment below this post. For example, we have plenty of people who can't DM me. Jay McKinney right here. Jay McKinney right here left us a 5-star review. And guys, it's free. The Whop's free. It just says you purchase it for free. And basically, you leave us a 5-star review. And then we go back and we gain you access to the course material. Now, I will tell you, it might take a day. It might take 2 days to give you the course access because it's a lot of people we're giving access to. But if you comment below or DM me, we will get to you. I promise you. Today, I'll get to everyone. I'll make sure the whole team does that. And you'll gain access to those courses. Pretty dang cool. Now, don't leave me a 1-star review. Some of you guys left a 1-star review. I'm still going to give you course access, but don't do that. That's so stupid. Come on. It's so dumb. But basically, if you're going to leave a 1-star review, just don't review it at all. That's all I say. But that's what it is. Now, let's answer this. Okay? What in the world is Whop? Zach, what in the world are you talking about? Well, let me try to do this. Is the best way to describe it, okay? Whop is going to be basically Discord access plus new course access. And let's do Skool. It's going to be community access plus new course. Hold on. There we go. How do I hold on? Okay. So what's the difference between Skool and Whop? Well, the Skool group is going to be basically the Skool community access plus the new course. So the new course they just dropped is going to be on Skool. So you get the Skool community and you get the course, which is hosted in there. On top of that too, what is Whop? Whop is a competitor to Skool, and they're both like competing against each other. I have nothing to sell, so I have no dog in the fight. But basically the best way I can describe this is Whop. With Whop, you can actually access our Discord, and I'm hosting the same new course on Whop. So the new course I made, I'm hosting it on 2 platforms. So the course is going to be on Skool, and the course is also going to be on Whop. Same course, just on the different platforms I'm hosting them on. So just in case Whop has an issue, Skool's going to have the course, and if Skool's have an issue, Whop's going to have a course. So same course. So Skool is the community plus the course. Whop is how you access the Discord. The reason I'm doing this is why not just have everything on Skool, Zach? I completely agree. Here's the problem. We have a lot. There's over 3 million people on Whop. Okay. And all these people on Whop are joining these day trading, crypto, real estate wholesaling communities that are paid for. What I'm looking to do is become the largest Whop community, at which we're very, very fastly approaching that. And I'm trying to become the most reviewed Whop community, which we'll hit that probably this month, to be honest with you. The reason is if we become the #1 Whop community and we destroy everybody, that means when somebody goes to Whop and they're about to spend money to go learn wholesaling because of someone's stupid little Discord, they're going to see my Discord and it's going to be free. And what I'm hoping, what I know it's already happened, is you don't have to pay. Then you don't pay the guy his money and then boom, you just join mine for free. Same thing for Skool. Skool has a lot of paid wholesaling communities. You go to Skool, you search wholesaling, we pop up #1 because we're the largest real estate school community. And you say, wow, I don't have to pay for a wholesaling course anymore. And then you go to mine. So the point is, Whop is to save people. I'm trying to save everyone, the millions of entrepreneurs on that platform, from paying. And so what I'm asking you to do is I will give you access to these courses if you review my Whop. And you can also go through the course on Whop. The Whop actually, I would consume the course through Whop. Whop is a lot better to go through the course, to be honest with you, because all the videos are native and Skool is about to make the videos native. It's actually a little more easier to do. So let's go inside of the Whop and let me show you how it works. So how do you join Whop? You just go to zachdiscord.com. That is it. Once you go to zachdiscord.com, you'll be into the Whop. Now, what it's going to look like is going to look like this. Let me show you what it looks like. Is this it? Here it is. This is what zachdiscord.com looks like. All right. So how it looks like is this. So I talked about the Whop, which is really cool. And it's like Skool, you just got to sign up. And when you join, it says learn how to wholesale real estate for free. And we already have 216 reviews, which is amazing. Thank you guys so much for that. That is truly a blessing. And the point is, we got all the reviews. And so the point is, I want everyone to know that this isn't a scam. A lot of people, and this is my biggest issue with teaching wholesaling for free, is everyone says, is this a scam? Zach's teaching me for free? You guys already know it ain't a scam. But if I have, like, I don't know, 4,000 reviews saying, oh my God, thank you so much, Zach, and they're verified and they're not fake reviews, wow, I guess Zach isn't a scam. That'd be pretty dang cool, right? That's kind of the point of why I'm trying to do this, right? I'm trying to help even more community members. So hold on, I'm just going to move this over. There we go. Way better. And so this is what it is. And then all you have to do is just scroll down and there's me. And you just press join and boom, you'll get in and you'll join absolutely for free, which I think is really dang cool. Now, what do you get when you join the Whop? It's like Skool. It's basically the competitor to Skool. I mean, that's how I describe it. But I'm going to let them both compete. First, you can be in the chat, which is the community chat, which I think is actually really cool. It's like a chat community, which is really cool. And basically everyone's talking in there and hanging out, which is awesome. There is a learn section. So you just press learn. Obviously, you guys know what learn's all about. Learn is the free wholesaling course. So boom, you join it. Now, why do I like the free wholesaling the way I have it here? Because it's set up really, oh, I'm not, actually, I got to hide that. I don't want you to see that. First, you go to welcome, which I don't want to show you welcome, but boom, here's what is wholesaling. Then you go to the next part, then you go to the next part, then you go to the next part, right? And it's kind of like it's all in one, right?
Just kind of got you introduced in wholesaling real estate. I know you kind of for Facebook Marketplace and try to sell. That's good.
So, yeah. So we're going to hide the information. I guess everyone knows about this already, but like, it's really cool. You know, I worked really hard on this. I don't want to show everyone all the stuff I did.
The house flipper.
You know, I'm not going to get the Costco examples, but pretty much what you can do here is you got the files on here, which is really cool, right? And you go here and you can learn. So pretty dang cool. And then all you have to do is just go here to integrations, press join Discord, and you'll be given the access to the Discord absolutely for free. So the course is here in the Discord. The point is, again, we had a lot of people in the Discord who didn't even know we had a course, which is, I think, so funny. So you have to go through Whop. So you basically, the way I look at it is if you just want to do the Discord, some people hate Skool and they only want to be in the Discord, which is fine by me. And then they want to be in the course. So the point of it is you have to walk. It's like the mall. You know, in the mall, let me know if I'm I know I'm an old man. I know you guys, everyone who watches this as under the age of like 20 years old has never, ever, ever, ever gone to the mall. But when I was a kid, when I was like 10 years old, the mall was like the coolest place in the world. Okay. It was the place to be. All right. And in my mall that I went to, you had to go through these department stores to get into the mall. And the department stores had the perfume. It was, do you guys ever know that you remember that SpongeBob episode where they had to go through the perfume? That's how I feel. So to get through the mall to the Apple store or whatever, you had to go through the department store. So the way I'm looking at it is you have to go through the wholesaling course before you get into the Discord. So you can't be like that guy that's like, how do I start wholesaling? You had to go through the course to get into the Discord. So you don't have to be that guy in the Discord that says, how do I find cash buyers? Bro, you literally just went through the course to get to the Discord. Boom. Done. Okay? That is the point, okay? It is insane. All right? So that's how you do it. Oh, Lordy. So funny. But yeah, that's basically how it works. And so you go through the Whop and it's right there. So again, I know it sounds a little confusing. If it is too confusing, please let me know again. But Skool, which is freewholesaling.com, that is where you have the community access and the new course. Same new courses on Whop, but the Discord access is there. I'm telling you, you should join both of them and then go from there. So, and if you do want to have if you want the free 5 courses, I want you to go through the Whop, go through it, see how you think about the Whop, go through the whole course, and it's up to you. Go through the Whop, see how you like it, and then leave a review, and then DM me that you left a review, and we will give you the bonus courses. And so that is how you access the brand new mentorship that I have, completely 100% for free. Again, everybody thought I was a sellout, which is absolutely hilarious to me. I had the craziest. I wanted to pop some comments up, but I didn't want to promote hate or promote any stupid haters. But man, some of them were, I knew you were a sellout. I knew you would do this. I never trusted you. You were always going to do it. It was like, man, I didn't realize there was this much pent up hate for me, and it was a lot. And of course, we had the most love I've ever received yesterday, but the amount of hate, wow. Holy moly. That was bad. After all the free game we gave out, it was all hate. It was insanity to me. Absolute insanity to me. Oh, crazy. But also want to announce one other thing. We're going to talk about it later this week, but you go through the course, you're going to see this. And I've never talked about this before until yesterday, but me and Rick basically kind of thought when we were making the course, there's a module in the course called Wholesaling Taxes and Wholesale LLCs. And the thing is, we never really publicly talked about how taxes work and how LLCs work because I'm not a lawyer or I'm not a CPA. Then I started thinking about it. And me and Rick kind of came to the conclusion that a lot of wholesalers who are doing deals, they're doing deals and they're not making an LLC. They're not writing off any of their marketing. And this became very apparent when we created X Leads. We found thousands of people who are customers of X Leads. They weren't writing X Leads off. In fact, what's writing off? Well, they didn't make an LLC and then basically take it off their taxes for their income. They just personally bought X Leads, which is not a problem. Go do that. But the thing about it is we did the math and we found out that the average wholesaler if they made an LLC and they spent at least $3,000, which is basically $1,200 for X leads. And if they spent at least like $1,000 or $2,000 on cold calling, marketing, driving for dollars, whatever that was, right? That they were losing out on average about $2,000 to $3,000 that they could save on taxes. Not in write-offs, but it's like they could have, because you could depreciate a car. There's so many. And the worst one is you can, I know not a lot of people know this, but you can depreciate a car. You can actually write off 20% of your revenue if you're an S Corp under a certain amount based off of the qualified. It's called Section 199A. I'm not trying to confuse anybody, but a lot of people, if you qualify, you can write off 20% of your revenue. So if you're making $100,000 in wholesaling and that's all you're doing, and you have an S Corp, you could probably save $5,000-6,000 if you didn't have an LLC or an S Corp, which is insane to me. And so I started thinking about it, and I said, well, me and Rick said, well, why don't we make like a CPA firm or like an accounting firm just for wholesalers? Because a lot of people say, Zach, can we use your CPAs, your accountants? Because my accountants we've been using for 5-6 years straight. Rick's that he uses, and we use for some of our companies, right? He's been using them for 15 years. And what we did was we're like, okay, well, if you want to go use them, here's a link and then go check it out and whatever, right? Well, the guy had 200 appointments set for a month and he couldn't do it. The whole accounting firm, they couldn't handle it. And I said, oh, that ain't going to work. I said, will you file someone's LLC for them? Like, we don't do that. And I'm like, great. And then I started looking around of who wholesalers use. And we found a company, and they are like the #1 service provider for LLCs and tax services for entrepreneurs. And they said, oh, Zach, just promote us. And I said, no. Like, why not? And I'm like, because you're just a regular old accounting firm and you do CPAs and taxes and stuff. Like, I said, no, we're not going to promote you. They're like, but why not? I'm like, because like you just give general tax advice. You don't know about wholesaling. And so I met with the CEO multiple times, and I basically told him, I said, hey, I'm not going to promote your company. And he said, okay. I said, but I will do a partnership with you. And he said, what do you mean? I said, well, let's do this. Give me like 15. I said, give me 15, 20 of your accountants, your CPAs. Give me about 20 or 30 of your LLC people. Give me like 20 or 30 of your funding people. Give me about 100 of your employees, and let me teach them what is wholesaling real estate. Let me teach them the write-offs you can do in wholesaling that my accountants use. And let me educate you guys on how to be a wholesaling. And then all those people, they only deal with people that sign up on the link. And he said, sure, because we have the largest wholesaling community. And so we're excited to announce this. We announced this in the course, but not publicly. Wholesalingtax.com. So wholesalingtax.com is the only tax entity creation corporate service company just for wholesaling real estate. Now, maybe be like, Zach, that's going to be a waste of money. Well, let me tell you the truth, okay? I did it for the least cost possible. So what do you mean? So what Wholesaling Tax is going to do, and I'm just announcing it now, they will file your LLC for free. You tell them, name it here in this state, and they will file it for free. Now you have to pay the state. So you might be like, what do you mean it's free? Well, they're not going to. So in Florida, if you want to file an LLC, I think it's $100 for a year. You're going to have to pay the state fee, but they will file it. They will literally do it all for you for free. I'd be like, wait, what? So they're going to do it for a loss. They're going to lose money to file your LLC for free. They're going to tell you, okay, based on your income, you should have a C corporation, you should have an S corporation, or you should have an LLC. And they'll do the paperwork. They're also going to do the articles of incorporation for you for free. So the whole, where the shares are supposed, like all the mumbo jumbo, okay, for free. Now the point is, so hopefully that you actually file your taxes with wholesalingtax.com. And that's how it works. And so Roger says it's prime corporate. It's not prime. I want you to understand this. It is, but it's not. Everybody uses prime corporate services for it. Well, I made sure the CEO, I forced him to partner with me. If you use wholesalingtax.com, you're only going to deal with CPAs that were trained by me, Rick, and Prime. We all trained together to only know about wholesaling. Because I said, I like Prime, but Prime doesn't understand that you can depreciate your vehicle because it is a marketing machine, the vehicle. Most people don't understand a lot of the write-offs that you can do in wholesaling that you can't do really anywhere else. For example, you can write off I'm not going to give you tax advice, but most CPAs don't understand that your phone, if you get an LLC, you can technically write off a lot of your phone. You can technically write off your phone, and now this is not law advice, but for most instances, you can write off your phone because you are using your phone for wholesaling purposes. Because you use your phone to access X leads, maybe, right? You can start writing off X leads. You can write off your cold calling. You can write off all this stuff. And so you can, if you go to wholesalingtax.com, you can file your LLC for free, which is insane. It's crazy. Now, I'm going to get a question. Can you write off your phone bills? Now, this is where I am not going to get arrested. You have to go talk to a wholesaling CPA at wholesalingtax.com. As this recording, so Prime is only working with me because we are the largest wholesaling community, and it's pretty dang cool. So if you go to wholesalingtax.com, it does say Prime. And so Prime is the ones who are hosting everything. But I will tell you this, though, they are going to do it absolutely for free. And you heard that on me. So here's wholesalingtax.com, by the way. Now, I am kind of dropping a bomb right now on this. And so everyone's going to be pretty shocked about this. But it's really cool. And so let me show you how it works. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Let me put it on the bottom. So why did I make wholesalingtax.com? I will tell you the truth. Because I worked with Prime, and basically what they're going to do is they're going to help you pay the least in taxes legally. So they're going to file your LLC for $0. And if you use them to file your taxes and do your bookkeeping, I can guarantee that they're going to help you pay the least in taxes legally. They'll do your personal tax and they'll go do your write-offs and all that stuff. But they're the only ones that I know that will help you do it. So yes, you do have to pay the state fee. But we have a lot of people saying, Zach, how do I make an LLC for X leads? So basically they'll do all their stuff. And so they'll enroll your LLC in minutes for $0. And it's pretty dang cool. And so again, what they're going to do is they're going to file your LLC for the Secretary of State. They're going to do your EIN for you. They're going to make your operating agreement. They are going to do your articles of incorporation, filing, whatever, all this stuff. Business bank application. They'll help you do all that stuff. Guys, I'm not that type of guy, so I'm not going to tell you, which is pretty dang cool. Now, they also do a bunch of other stuff. Rick really likes it. I'm not really a big fan of it, but he says it's the best thing, so whatever. They're going to show you how to get low interest rates. They'll protect your assets so you don't get sued up the wazoo, and they'll help you with your wholesaling stuff, which is pretty cool. And so, yeah, I think they're actually cool. So, unfortunately, I know this sounds pretty stupid, but they make you schedule a call because apparently you can't give tax advice on a. I'm not legally allowed. I've been told many times I'm not legally allowed to tell you how much you will save and all this stuff, which I still kind of. So you have to book a call with the CPAs and they can give you an advice on there because some of you need an S Corp. I'll be straight up with you. This is Zach's. I'm probably not allowed to say this, but I don't really care. If you make over 50 grand a year, you should get an S Corp. If you're making under 50 grand, you just want to do an LLC. And if you're making over $500,000, you should probably get a C Corp. But unfortunately, I need the CPAs to go get your personal financial information, and they will help you. And I guarantee you this, they will help you pay the least in taxes legally. They're not guaranteeing that you're going to pay no tax, but they will help you pay the least in taxes legally. And even if you don't want to use them, it's fine. But you can file your LLC for free with them, which I think is pretty dang gangster. So wholesalingtax.com, just dropped that right now. And I predict everyone's going to start having their own little wholesaling tax thing after this because everyone loves copying me. And I'm the only one who actually decided to make this move. So me and Rick been working with them for a little bit, which is really cool. And so I think most of you guys file your LLC and you don't know what you're doing. And it's pretty sad. And so, yeah, that's it. I'm pretty dang excited about it. And it's very proud of it. A lot of work to train CPAs. It's a lot of work to go out here and tell people how things work. But they know about wholesaling real estate and they know all about it. So you might be like, well, can I write off drawing for dollars? They already know what drawing for dollars is. They know what email blasting is. They know about all my little tactics, which is pretty cool. So you guys can use, someone else might have a Prime affiliate link. That's fine. That's cool. But if you go with them, they're not going to know what wholesaling is. They're just regular Prime, which I'm not, I like the wholesaling trained Prime guys. So those are the ones I've trained. They're the ones that know wholesaling. They're the ones that can help you understand it. And they can help you with all the qualified, because you got to remember section 199A deduction, it's qualified business income. They know exactly what type of wholesaling works and what not. The problem is, I helped a lot of people file their taxes with CPAs and stuff. You know what's the problem with it? You know what's the problem that really upsets me the most? Is some accountants say, oh, no, that's not income. It's capital gains tax on a double closing. Well, technically, you can do it. You can make it a capital gains or you can't. But guess what? Wholesalingtax.com, the CPAs know what double closings are. They actually know what it is. So they know exactly how to they know how to make the right moves to pay the least amount in taxes. And so you're going to be hearing a lot about wholesalingtax.com. And it's pretty cool. Roger says, I already got my LLCs from Prime. So Roger, do me a favor and still schedule a call. So the CEO of Prime told me that you can transfer your Prime account, your CPA, over to our CPAs if you want. You probably have a good one on there, Roger. But even if you sign up with Prime, I would still go to wholesalingtax.com because you can use the wholesaling trained CPAs. I'm telling you, there's a massive difference. And the reason I'm trying to get as many people on here is because I think we need a wholesaling tax firm for just wholesalers for literally the cheapest price. And so, yeah, file it for free. And it's pretty dang cool. So another gangster bomb drop I just did today. Keep that between you and me. But yeah, pretty dang cool. So let's answer some questions today and see what is going on here. So how do you book call? You just go to wholesalingtax.com. And remember, guys, I want everyone to understand that you can go follow the LLC by yourself. You are 100% okay by doing that, right? If you want, go to go to your Secretary of State, make your LLC by yourself. You can do it. FYI, I have created my LLC by myself. I was 18 years old. I thought I was the owner of the world and I knew everything. Mistake. Because you could still do it. You just make sure you do your bookkeeping, file your taxes. But if you guys don't know how to do it the right way, you can be screwed up. The thing I'll tell you about wholesalingtax.com, though, is a lot of you guys will file the taxes by yourself. And it's not that good. So the reason is, and I'll just be straight up with you guys, okay? A lot of you guys don't know. You just hit standard deduction, and you don't know that you can write things off and do a standard deduction all in once. But you have to legally do it the right way. Go to wholesalingtax.com. They'll help you do it. And yeah, it's pretty dang cool. So yeah, with wholesaling tax, you would, if it's $100, you can file it by yourself. I would highly recommend you go to wholesalingtax.com because they'll charge you $99 to do it, which is they'll take the $100 from you and then use it to pay for the state fee. So yeah. Now again, Titan's asking, should I file for an LLC before doing any wholesaling income? So go through the course, freewholesaling.com. We actually have in the tax module if you should or shouldn't. We have a whole flow chart if you should file an LLC or not. The general consensus is if you have a car for depreciation, and if you're spending at least, I think, $1,000 in marketing, then you should get an LLC. Now, if you are very worried about being sued for wholesaling, or if you're doing texting for X leads, then you need to get an LLC. If you are spending at least $1,000 and you can write off a car, I will tell you that I think it'd be worth it. because you could save at least 2 or 3 grand. And that's the way I look at it. But it's definitely up to you. I'm trying to pop up that site on Google. Literally just wholesalingtax.com. If you need it, I'll give you another link. I'll put it right here. If my face ain't on it, then it ain't good. Opinions on offshore bank. Wholesalingtax.com. I haven't filed in 4 years, and I bought a house, renovated it, and have it rented to my mom. I haven't filed. Roger, I'll be straight up with you, Roger. I don't even know what kind of profile pic you have. I'm very confused. But Roger, I would definitely go to wholesalingtax.com, because if you're not depreciating the property, you are losing out on a stupid amount of money. Like you're losing out. If I can think correctly, you're probably losing around 2 or 3 grand a year because you're not depreciating the house. By the way, if you own a rental property and you're not talking to a CPA who knows wholesaling, wholesalingtax.com, because if you own a rental property and you're not knowing how to depreciate your car and your rental properties, you're screwed. You're losing out on so much money. And you got to remember, when you depreciate a car, the reason I'm telling you to do wholesalingtax.com, because you have to do a depreciation schedule, you have to do the mileage forms, and by yourself, it's a pain in the butt. That's why you got to do it. That is a sus profile name, but I have not been able to leave a review on Whop. So if you want to leave a review on Whop, let me show you how you do it. Whop, whop. Whoop, whoop. Someone said I made a Whop because of Kendrick Lamar. Whop, whop, whop. But okay, let me show you how you do it. So all you have to do is this. Someone threw in the chat. It's actually pretty cool. Let's see here. Someone did a screenshot. They actually showed it really good. Let's see, right here. So all you have to do is, if you're on your phone, once you're in Whop, you just press Wholesaling Real Estate, and then you press Write a Review right there. Or ask their customer support, how do I write a review for Zach's thing? Done. But yeah, hopefully you like wholesalingtax.com. It's that was a lot of work. And I'm doing it from my heart, right? If I've talked about a lot of ways I could try to make money off of you. Say, oh, 300. Mostly, if you go through Prime, I think it's $300 to go file your LLC with them, or use someone else's affiliate link. It's like $200. It's insane. So we're gonna ask here. I did a review and not get the course. So Jonathan, review the Whop and then screenshot that review and then DM me on Skool, or comment below and you'll be good. I'm telling you, Eric, it's insane. Because the average person that, they go to a CPA firm locally, and the guy's like, what's wholesaling? And it's insane. I have no opinions on offshore banking. I know the concept and I understand it, but I do not want to get in any trouble. So yeah. Yes, wholesaling tax, primarily it's for wholesalers, but they will do rental properties and they'll do house flipping. Now, of course, that was part of the training, is the house flipping part. That one's really easy, right? The house flipping's simple. To own rental properties, I mean, I went through the whole gamut, trust me. Rick primarily helped the most, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So house flipping and rental properties. So that is primarily where it's at. So yeah, if you own a rental property, you need a schedule call. That's all I'm going to tell you to do. And it kind of fit. It didn't feel scammy to go promote that, because it's like, I mean, everyone has to use. If you do at least one wholesaling deal, you have to go make an LLC and file your taxes about it, right? So we have hundreds of thousands of people that we've shown how to get a wholesaling deal, and they've done it. So we have hundreds of thousands of people use wholesalingtax.com. Pretty simple. Yep, they'll do everyone's taxes. Wholesalingtax.com primarily, but yeah, you can refer to anyone. I don't really care. Pretty cool. I'm telling you guys, here's the thing. I could have done $200 and I would have made $200 every single time you made an LLC. But I decided, I said, let's make it for free. I'm saying no to a lot of money here, but I want you guys to file your LLC for free. And I just want you guys to be protected. And so it's another thank you for everyone. And it's pretty cool. And so, yeah, I like it. I have no idea. I think they'll do all of them for free, but I'm not too sure. Lupita, I would not cancel your so if you use LegalZoom, I'd definitely move to wholesalingtax.com. I think it'll be cheaper and they actually can help you write things off. Let's see. Let's see here. Some good questions though. Let's see what other so if you guys have any specific questions about the Whop, wholesalingtax.com or Skool, I'd love to answer it here. I appreciate Zach. Before the access was cool before, but this is even better. Oh, I forgot. Oh, geez, you guys are gonna kill me. I forgot to tell you. We also came out with a bunch of new stuff in the course. So first and foremost, we came out with wholesalingtax.com, which is really cool. But most importantly, I actually have a free CRM. So it's a completely free CRM for cold calling. And it's a free CRM I made for managing your leads. It is by far the greatest free CRM you could buy. It destroys mostly everyone. Now, it's pretty cool. So you got to be in the course and just go to the CRM lead tracking section. And I have the free download right there. That one's probably the one I'm most proud of when it comes to freebies. I mean, besides the content information, but that's something you can download right now. We also came out with a marketing game plan, which is really, really done really well. So yeah, it's pretty dang cool. So yeah, I think you guys really like it. Oh, also the brand new A2P Go High Level video dropped in the course. So if you go to the X Leads section inside the course, I know this sounds nuts, but the brand new A2P approved Go High Level video dropped. Yeah, see, I paid $200 to have a company create my LLC. We're doing it for free. Insane. Crazy, right? I'm in Zach Discord down now. Discord.com now. What? Gracie, honestly, if you're in ZachDiscord.com, go to the course section, go through the course, get rich wholesaling. That's it. I would get a deal, get X leads, and then go from there. But that's what I'd say. Yeah, the cool part in the Whop is you can't skip ahead. I love that part. So I think half you guys are going to be in the Whop and half you guys are going to be in Skool. So I think you can go back and forth. The thing about it is I feel like the Discord is kind of steered more towards young people and Skool's more of people over like 30 years old because it's a lot easier to understand. But you kind of, the Discord has the voice chats. It has the live streams we can do inside of it. There's a lot going on. So it's going to be kind of hard to, mix them into one. But I think it's pretty dang cool here. Let's see here. Let's see. Here we go. All righty. Here we go. All right. Gangster. All right, let's answer some questions here. All righty. Let's see what's going on here. All righty. I'm cold calling as we watch this. Awesome, man. Love it. Love to see it. All righty. Let's see. See if this is working good here. All righty. Cool. Hopefully this is working. All right. I just live streamed in Whop. The cool part about Whop is I can actually, this live stream can be in the Discord. I can stream on the Discord in here while I'm doing all the streams. So if there's an audio or visual issue, let me know and we can go fix that. But it should be working pretty good. So now we have extra people watching live. Yes. So if you go to Whop and you just click on the course, and there should be basically a leave a review section. Kendall says, Zach, I have a commercial deal. I'd love help moving in Hiram, Georgia. We love the JV with you. Asking price $2.25 million. Whoa. Kendall, go to sellmypaper.com, my guy. Whoa. 2.5. Dang, man. 2.25? Jeez. I like that. I mean, dude, that's a lot, dude. Oh, man. Let's see where Hiram, Georgia is. Hiram, 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 Georgia. 2.25 million. I mean, where is this? Potting County. Oh, it's outside Marietta. Oh, bro. Yeah, send me that deal. Sellmypaper.com, man. Oh, yeah. Sellmypaper.com, dude. Dude, you need it. But not even a question. Okay? Sellmypaper.com. Yeah, that's right outside Marietta. I would drop some EMD. Okay, you haven't heard back from anyone. When did you drop it, Kendall? Let me know. I'd love to know more about that deal too. So Roger says, how do you get my information on the map? So you go to Skool, you go to settings, and you should allow your map, and they'll tell you where. There you go. Healthy hamsters and my man, you should be proud of everything you've done, dude. I'll be straight up with you. Okay. No joke. I am most proud of you guys. And I'm not saying that to just be like, oh yeah, I'm so proud of myself. I'm proud of what I've built, but honestly, I am the most proud I am is of you guys. Because I showed, I think last Sunday, 8 days ago, the amount of money you guys have made in general. I think I showed $1.2 million of just assignment deals that just people randomly are just posting inside of the Discord and inside of freewholesaling.com. And it honestly puts a tear in my eye how much success you guys are doing. And it literally means the world to me that I believe the course was not at par of where it should have been. And so you know what I did instead? I decided I put a year in my life of just redoing the course. A lot of stuff, right? And I mean, we're showing people making 50 grand, 70, it was just such a blessing, right? I called it $1 million of HUDs for the haters. And I showed if the reason was that, like, I'll be straight up with you. I was starting to get this year more than anywhere else. I was getting so much hate from real estate wholesaling coaches. No, I mean, honestly, I don't really care. A little of annoying, but like, why is there so many haters? And I decided that, like, screw it. I'm done. And so I started getting attacks, all these exposed videos that were just so stupid, right? All these wholesaling coaches, and they all had, these $5, $6, $7, $9, $10, $14,000 coaching programs. And for some reason, they all decided that they're going to start attacking me. And these are people and I said, how do I stop these people from attacking me? I mean, you can't stop a hater from hating, but let me do this. I'm going to drop the video in the comments, by the way. So I made this video. I said, here's what people have publicly said about me. This is how many people I've shown. And so what I did was I showed, no joke, I showed about $1.4 million of testimonials for the past 30 days. And I said, if you want to make another exposed video about me and say about how much my information sucks, I want you personally to show $1.2 million in testimonials in the past 30 days. And guess what happened after I did that? All the hate comments I got went to zero. All the exposed videos, they stopped posting them. Because every single time I get a hate comment or a hater from a wholesaling coach, I just post that video. I say, beat me on this challenge. I will humble myself before you and say, you are right. You have more people. But here's the problem. We are the wholesaling community. We are wholesaling real estate now. There's not one person who has the views, influence, and community that me and Rick have. No, you can't name one person. Is there anybody? We're getting more subscribers per month, more people joining our communities, more people that are taking action, more people that are succeeding than anywhere else in wholesaling real estate. And it's all because of what you guys have been able to do for yourself. You've been able to go out here and make the most out of the gifts I've been giving you. And honestly, I said on Friday, I think I could make the course better, and it has to be better. But here's the thing. I'm a man of action. I'm a man of substance. I'm a man of when I say something, it happens. And so I didn't say, I'm going to go make a course. Stay tuned. No, I said, I got you a little worried. Ain't gonna lie, got you a little worried, and then I dropped the course because I'm a man of substance. I will be in silence for a year. You won't even know what I'm working on, and then I drop it and drop the bomb on this industry. And that's what I did. And so we just showed $1.4 million of just testimonials in a month. No one else is even touching numbers like this. And so this is why it sounds crazy to say, but we are the wholesaling community. And I can combine I combine the Discord, the Skool group, the YouTube channels, I kind of combine everything together, all the communities together into one. Because we are all one community, right? And we are wholesaling now. And it's definitely a very large responsibility, but who else is going to teach you wholesaling for free? Who else is going to run numbers like this? Who else is going to teach more people to become successful than me and Rick? And I don't say this from any ego. But I can basically say this because no one else has a free wholesaling course or community. It don't happen. It don't happen. No joke. And I'm not here to throw shade. There's this person that I taught them how to wholesale, and they started doing well, and they started making like, I think 30 grand a month. And yeah, I love this guy. Yeah, or gal. Could be a gal. Who knows? And this person, I taught them, and they're making about 20, 30 grand a month. Awesome, right? Cool. And then they decide once they hit about 300 grand in assignment fees that they were going to go out here and make a course. They're going to start charging all this money. And I'm like, seriously? And then they throw it on Whop. And I'm like, wow. And there's not one free wholesaling community on Whop. I said, and this was like 6 months ago. I'm looking at the stuff. I'm like, man, I can't wait for this to drop. But guess what? I didn't decide to make a half-done course. I didn't decide that, I'm just going to make the course. I'm just going to not re-record. I'm just going to give the it's about 80% where it needs to be. I'm just going to post it just to post it. No, I stayed diligent. I stayed patient, and I just kept perfecting my craft. And for a year, insane. Guys, you know when I released X Leads about 8-9 months ago? No, that was in October. So that was 8 months ago. You know, I already written out half the slides of a rough draft of the course. By the time I released X Leads, I already had it. That's how long this thing's been in play for. But no one else can see through that game. And so that's what we do. We're here to teach exactly how to do it for free. Okay? That's the part. And so it's absolutely a blessing. And so no one else is throwing testimonials like that. No one else is running numbers for our community. No other community is producing the results that we're producing. And so I decided that I was going to stop every wholesaling coach, mentor, whatever, that sells a $4,000 program from just making videos. Like all these people throwing these hate videos, they're spending hours just talking smack about me. So, okay, I'm going to make this video. I'm saying, here's how much we made in the past month of testimonials. Just people publicly, not privately. And they all stopped. So we'll see what the next one is. That'll be hilarious to me. But we are now the wholesaling community. And I just want you to understand this. And I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to be attacked because I released this free wholesaling course, because I released this free wholesaling Whop, because I've released all this stuff for free. And I decided not to sell you anything. I decided to make the wholesalingtax.com free for filing the LLC. Because I decided to do this all for free, I'm going to get more hate this year from wholesaling coaches and influencers than I've ever had in history. I'm letting you know the smear campaigns are going to be about me. They're about to come out. And I'm begging you, don't try to defend me. Let them do their thing. I'm just telling you, though, that you're going to see more than ever. And I'm not saying that because it's like, oh, Zach, this. You're going to see it more than ever. Because these wholesaling reels, because of this course coming out in this community, these wholesaling coaches are going to start losing so much money in revenue that they have to attack me. So just be prepared. There's a war coming down the path because I decided to stand on my business. Just last week, I got attacked from a guy. This person told me that if you go with me, I'll make you $500,000 in coaching fees every single month. And you just have to use me. You have to use me, and you're going to use my sales team, and you're going to this, and then we're going to make you $6 million a year. The guy said up to $10 million. And I told him he's a wholesaling, he's a real estate influencer. That's all I could say. You probably know the guy. And I told him, I said, no, I respect your grind, bro, but I don't sell coaching. And I didn't post it. I didn't make fun of the guy. I just said, hey, respect your grind, dude. I don't want to deal with it though. All right. I said no. And I was very nice to the guy. He said, okay, have a great day, Zach. Well, he decided that he was going to extort me. Because I decided not to make $6 million in coaching fees with him, that he was going to publicly try to smear me, which is hilarious to me. Hilarious. And I post a screenshot, and then he deletes everything he does because he's like, dang, I forgot that he forgot to unsend his DM with me. And I said, he's smearing me because I said no to his coaching program that he wanted to sell to you guys. So because I stand on my business and I stand on my values, I get attacked from people because they can't make millions from you. So I stop all these people from stealing money from you guys, and I get attacked for it. Insane. Absolutely insane. Okay? Crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. So guys, I am just so blessed that you guys were just out here joining the communities, making the most out of you, but I am most proud of you guys because you've decided to take the information I give you and go crazy on it and make the complete change. So Melinda, so let me answer some quick question. Melinda says, okay, left a review. How do I send it to you? Melinda, please direct message me on Skool, the review. Just say the word Whop. And tonight and tomorrow, we're going to give everyone access. Awesome, Kendall. We'll go check it out. There we go. So yeah, this has been me doing this free wholesaling course and everything has been an declaration to everyone that sells a wholesaling program that you are going to be out of business because of me. And not a bad thing. Not all of them will be a business, but most of them will. And I am stopping their money stream. And so we're going to be attacked. We're going to be attacked pretty hard for it. But I don't mind it. I'm doing this to help. I'm doing this to help the communities out and help everyone out here. So I'm begging everybody, take the gift that I'm giving you. You guys found out pretty quick on Friday that I could take it off too. Guys, I can delete everything starting tomorrow and make it all behind a paywall, and you guys would pay. I would make 10, 12, $15 million a year. Guys, I'm saying no to 8 figures a year. Do you understand? I'm saying no to 8 figures a year of income just to make it free. There is nobody else mentally deranged as me and Rick to say no to 10, $15 million a year of coaching fees. I'm saying no to that because it has to be free. Because nobody else has the balls to do this. And this is why I'm being attacked for it. Guys, we said a statement at the end of our announcement yesterday, and it reigns true to today. But you stand for something, you stand for nothing. And I've stood on my business for half a decade now of I will never charge. I don't charge. and I'll give it all for free. And it's all here. So guys, make the most of this gift. It can be taken tomorrow. You never know. Everyone's really freaked out Friday, but we're doing good now. So pretty excited. So guys, do me a favor. Make sure you go to freewholesaling.com. Go through the coursing community. Check out the Whop, ZachDiscord.com. Check out wholesalingtax.com if you're looking to make an LLC and file your taxes, pay the least in taxes. And like always, smash that like button, subscribe, and I will see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Have a blessed one. See you in the community.